Hey everybody, sound quality is probably really bad in here. I don't even have a microphone on or anything. And I'm in the Halo room, the room 117. That's something different. There's a lot of stuff that has gone weird and haywire, and I don't even care that much about it right now because I'm just here to talk to you about something. So I've thrown the camera on full auto to say that I was completely wrong about this whole COPPA thing. The changes to YouTube with the kid friendly, made for kids, not for kids, all that stuff. I've talked before about the fines that the FTC could give to creators if we mark our content as not for kids and they decide that it's actually for kids. And then fortunately there's been some updates about that has made that not as big of an issue as they made it to be to begin with. You can still get fined, but it's not as big of an issue. I've talked about the changes that YouTube is making on its own with removing comments, which really sucks. I've talked about the losing other features like end screens and subscription notifications and stuff like that, and that stuff has finally hit, and it really sucks. I've talked about the possibility of YouTube deleting a channel entirely if that channel marks too much content as not for kids, and then the YouTube bots or whatever they decide to do for their own compliance decide that, oh, it's actually for kids, so now we're just going to, as they say, take action against it. So I've talked about these things. One thing that I've not made a big deal about at all is the change to ad revenue, the whole thing of turning off personalized ads, the behavior-based ads that are basically made more valuable because of the super creepy data that they collect on people, the exact data that the FTC and COPPA does not and never has allowed to be collected knowingly about kids. And I'm not talking about that because, well, for two reasons actually. One, why would any of you care about that? You're here to watch my content, to get informed about stuff, to be entertained, maybe some of you to be relaxed by, calm voice or whatever. You're not here to care about how I make my money, and you shouldn't care about that. Some people do care regardless, and I do appreciate that, but none of you should have to care about that. So I've not made a big issue about it at all because it's on me. It's something that I need to deal with and not something that you need to deal with. Another reason that I haven't made a big deal about that is that I already did a test months ago. YouTube has a little switch where you can turn off personalized ads on your entire channel. And I did that for a few days just to see what the change would be. And it was a significant change, definitely something that I needed to worry about, but it was not the type of thing that was something that would change everything for me. From 2015 to 2018 or so, through all the YouTube adpocalypses and all the demonetization scares and various advertisers going away entirely and then coming back and stuff, all these these problems that YouTube has had have affected a lot of creators, myself included. I lost a ton of income, of regular income off of my existing content over time as they've changed the algorithm and all that stuff. And it's been something that I've had to deal with. And I've done my best to deal with it. And in fact, in 2019, I've done enough work and made enough smart decisions to start bringing some of that back, to start to recover. So I've actually, been able to put work in and see something come back as a result of that. However, with the whole COPPA thing, yeah, the test that I did that showed that it would be a sizable but manageable and recoverable change. Nope. It's more than twice as bad as my test showed it would be. It's really bad, the amount of ad revenue that has been taken away. Now, I just got the data back today. I was waiting for some confirmed data on my channel across the whole thing. Essentially what YouTube has done is make my library of 4,000 to 5,000 videos across several channels almost worthless. All that stuff that I've done that's been getting residual ad income from stuff that people still watch and also on an ongoing basis, that's all but worthless now. It really is that bad. So it's significantly worse than I thought it would be, and it does mandate that I change a lot immediately. It also means that the type of content that I make right now that I have to mark as mixed audience, because that's what the rules say, and I'm not going to lie, and I'm not going to make a decision that I don't feel comfortable with. All that stuff is just not of any value. It probably costs, it definitely costs me more to do the content than to not do it at all and to do something else instead. So I'm going to have to put a pause temporarily on what I'm doing to change quite significantly so that I can make content that I'm comfortable marking as not for kids, according to the rules that I've been studying for months and all the research that I've been doing. So that's part of the reason that I'm in this room here. This room is probably going to get torn out and turned into Studio C, a third studio for me. So I've got the white void room, I've got the building area, and then I need to do something else to try a different style of content. And yeah, it's eye-opening. It's a big change. It's a big challenge. I've got savings, so I'm not hurting anytime soon. And I really do want to continue to do this whole brick build, construction, toy and collectible thing. So I'm not, even though basically what I just found out today is that everything that I've done for 6 years has been rendered valueless, I don't feel that bad about it yet, because I still have a lot of hope. I still have a lot of ideas, and I still know there's a lot of stuff that I can do to, again, claw my way back up into a reasonable range where I can be comfortable continuing to do stuff that I like. But if any of you have any ideas at this point, because this is kind of blank slate territory for me, if there's anything that you would really like to see me do, no matter how different it is, that has to do with Lego brick-based construction stuff, or even stuff that's not entirely in that world but maybe related to it in some way, or anything that you've seen me do or that you've seen me show interest in that I've talked about in the past, any ideas that you have, throw them at me. I'm interested. I'm open. Like I said, it's just, I have these opportunities now to do things different. I have the requirement to do things very different. So this is the perfect time to get more info and get more ideas and to try stuff. So let me know if you have any thoughts, and I'll talk to you again as soon as I can.